attorney Amanda Schaefer. Today I want to talk about using social media marketing as a networking tool, which is something I've been working on, and I think I found some success doing it. And I thought about talking about this because last night I had episode 7 of my game show, Are You Smarter Than a Naturalized Citizen? And every single episode so far, I've had 2 immigration attorneys competing. And I initially decided to use immigration attorneys for this because I thought it'd be interesting, A, to see if immigration attorneys can get the questions correct on the naturalization test, but also because I already had a community of immigration attorneys that support me, and I support, and I trust, and I thought would be good, good to be some of my first few contestants. So I think my first 2 or 3 shows had at least one of the ladies that are in my marketing WhatsApp group. And since then, what I do is advertise. I post in like the immigration lawyer groups on Facebook. Does anyone want to be a contestant? It's a good way to market yourself and your firm. Just reach out to me. And I didn't really know how many people I'd end up getting, but I already have my spots for the next show, which is in 2 weeks, filled. So last night, at the end of the show, when I end the live broadcast, I can still be in like the broadcast studio with the contestants. I like to thank them and, like wrap up or whatever. And the 2 girls that were on last night, they didn't know each other before. And the one of them, we're all in New York. So I'm in Manhattan. One contestant was in Brooklyn. Another one was in Long Island, and I've never seen any of them as my competition. I feel like it's always helpful to network with other attorneys, especially even immigration attorneys, even in the same area. And all of us actually do slightly different things with immigration, so that was helpful. Like one of the girls has actually referred me an asylum case before because she doesn't do removal defense. And then the other contestant last night said to the other group, one said to the other, "Oh, I didn't know you do business immigration. I've been looking for someone to refer business to." And then they're also trying to get into doing more lives and opening themselves up more to the social media marketing. And she was like, one of them speaks Spanish, one doesn't. And she was talking about an H-2B visa where there's a big Spanish-speaking population who applies for those. So she was like, "Oh, maybe we can do like a collaboration where I would speak in Spanish." And she was kind of talking to both of us, but that's more Lauren's thing than my thing. And I was just like sitting there listening, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Like the reason that this is happening right now is because I brought these 2 people together, and it wasn't just them. Another reason that I wanted to use attorneys, especially immigration attorneys at the beginning of this show until it took off a little bit, is because I wanted to make connections and network with people. And I've met at like 14 people now. A couple I knew before, but I met a bunch of people now that I didn't know before. Some of them have other practice areas in immigration like I do with family law. And so it doesn't necessarily matter where they are in the country, but it's always good to know people and to stay in contact with them, which I plan to do. And I see them in my groups all the time, like asking questions, and I'm more inclined to answer it when I know the person. So I think it's been a great opportunity to do that. I have some other collaborations in the work coming up. It's just, it's a lot of work to do. I'm actually going to be on one of my colleagues' broadcasts tomorrow. I'm doing a National Humor Comedy Roundtable. It doesn't have to necessarily be relevant. I doubt it's going to be related to the law. She's an immigration lawyer too. She does like arts and entertainment law mostly, with immigration. So it'll just be another opportunity to get myself out there, open myself up to another audience. And that's how I sell my show to get people on it. The only problem is now, because the tests, they switched back to the old naturalization test. It's pretty easy. So everyone keeps getting all the answers right. So I might need to get a little more excitement in the show. I do want to open it up to high school teachers and whatnot. I think that would be a lot of fun. But, I never really thought of social media as a networking tool because, you go in person, and I was never good at it in person. But when I do it on social media, it seems to work much better for me. And I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things I want to do, and people seem to like my ideas and want to participate. So that's really cool. So I do plan to continue. I just hope that the lives continue to be popular, because as long as they're popular, I'll be doing them. And if they bring in business, that's what matters. So the bigger audience you can open yourself up to, of course, the better off you're going to be. So that is all today for hashtag Follow Attorney Amanda. I'll see you next time.